Nick Cage is back, baby. Well, sorta. It's not like he ever actually left, but it seems like he's actually back to making decent movies again. For a while there, it seemed like he was doing basically anything for a paycheck. And I mean, you gotta fund those private islands and golden pyramids somehow, right? But now it seems like he might actually be doing movies he wants to do again. And that makes me happy, because he's pretty great. And this movie had me intrigued the moment I saw the poster. It looked pretty trippy, and this movie is very much that. Although it was surprisingly easy to follow. I expected something even more out there. But at least as far as the narrative goes, it's not exactly rocket science. There's a comparison to a certain movie I want to make, and a certain word I want to use to describe it. But I can't, because it would essentially ruin the first half of the movie. So I'll just say this. Nick Cage is a lumberjack and he lives with his artist girlfriend in the woods. And they have a really sweet relationship. They just lie around talking about random stuff. You know, like people tend to sometimes do. It's actually pretty cute. But the whole movie has this kind of dark, ominous vibe. And it has this really oversaturated look to it. But the way it's shot and directed makes it really feel like it was made in the 80s. Like genuinely made in the 80s. Not just playing on nostalgia like Stranger Things or something like that. And there are these, I don't know what you'd call them actually, chapter headings maybe, that pop up from time to time to introduce you to something new, sort of like a new chapter. I thought those were really cool and well made, and the movie has this kind of somber synth score, but it's a bit more subtle than a lot of recent movies. I like that. But the thing is, the movie doesn't really get going until about an hour into it. I was sorta intrigued, but just kept waiting for something to actually start happening. I was essentially verging on boredom the whole first hour. It was just so goddamn slow. When things finally got going about halfway through, I thought back to everything they'd established and accomplished in that first hour, and it really wasn't that much. You could have easily fit all of that into 30 minutes, basically without making any sacrifices. Actually, if you were feeling ambitious, you could probably cram everything into like 5 or 10 minutes. And again, I want to make a certain comparison to a couple of movies that did this kind of thing right, but again, I'm not gonna. So I'll just say this. After the first hour, it really gets going. And it gets pretty good. Now be warned, this movie gets pretty dark and gory. And it sits firmly on the artsy-fartsy side of the spectrum. It's not your average movie. And there's a lot of religious symbolism and imagery. There's a couple of animated dream sequences too. And they use a lot of interesting techniques where they sort of blend two images together. I like that a lot. And this doesn't feel like any other movie I can really think of. Now, I usually don't analyze movies too much, as in I don't really go into what they mean or what they're saying. But near the end of this one, the thought just hit me that, is this movie all about pent-up sexual frustration? I don't know, just a thought. If not, it definitely has something to say about religion. I'm just not sure what. But I don't think it's overly positive. Nick Cage is pretty damn good in this though, and surprisingly contained. There's like one scene where he goes a little over the top for a second, but it pretty much fits the movie perfectly, so I don't mind. In the scenes where he needs to be calm and subtle, he's calm and subtle. He still knows how to act when he really wants to, and when he cares. And Andrea Riseborough was really, really good in this. I liked her a lot. Fantastic performance. Other than that, I'm not really sure what to say. It's a bit of an odd one for sure. Kinda out there, but not really in the what the heck is going on here kind of way. Most of it is pretty well explained and set up. It makes sense for the most part. I just wish they'd exercised some restraint when editing the first half, because it's just unnecessarily drawn out. And I'd be willing to bet that a lot of people aren't gonna stick around for that second half. They're gonna tap out. So yeah, would I recommend it? I mean, if you have the patience and like artsy-fartsy, sure. It's a pretty decent movie. But for a general audience, probably not. So maybe check it out, maybe don't. I'm not your dad.